Can you guess what we're catching today? We caught one.
All right, so Trump is cracking down on the food stamp. Let's see how this is affecting women. Let's get it.
So it looks like that the Trump administration is cracking down the usage of food stamps, and it looks like it's getting a lot stricter. So the changes that I did heard when it comes to being eligible for food stamps is that if you are an able-bodied individual, there's nothing seriously wrong with you. You are able to get a job. That is actually one of the major requirements you must have in order to be eligible to be on food stamps. So that's one of the things that the government is actually are cracking down. So if there's nothing seriously wrong with you, you're not disabled or anything like that, you can get a job. You just one of those that don't want to work. You just depend on the government to take care of you. Your benefits of getting food stamps will get eventually cut off because now it's required you have to have a job. This other change that really was shocking. It's kind of good, but kind of bad at the same time. But it was also said that when it comes to using your food stamps, it's not going to work for junk food or sugary drinks. So if you one of the ones that like to buy a bunch of snacks for your kids, like cookies, chips, candy, and sodas, Sprite Zero, whatever. If you're one of those that buys a lot of junk food, food stamps, it's not gonna work for that. So sugary drinks and junk food is not gonna work with your food stamp card. So that part is really shocking for me. And the reason why I say that because food itself is already high. And you want people to eat healthy and make better decisions when it comes to their health. But how about telling these corporations to drop down their prices to make healthier food more affordable? Because even a lot of people do eat out and spend less money when it comes to eating out, especially when it comes to their kids than spending money on trying to eat healthy. A lot of times, eating healthy is actually very expensive. So, if you want people to eat healthy that's on food stamps, drop those prices down. So, but that's the one thing that is shocking to me when I saw that you can't buy sugary drinks, well, sodas and junk food with your food stamps. You cannot do that anymore. So that's one of the changes actually was shocking for me. Now, being on government assistance is supposed to be temporarily, but a lot of people are abusing it. So it's kind of good that they're actually cracking down doing that because leave government assistance for the people that really needs it, like the people that's disabled. I'm talking about the ones who cannot work, they cannot get around, they need the actual help. The ones that's actually on poverty level, they didn't have no choice. You don't know what was going on with them. So that's why I believe the people that's on in that type of situation that should be on government assistance. But everybody else that just want to be lazy, want somebody to take care of them, want somebody to fund their lifestyle by staying on government assistance, that right there needs to stop. So, but government assistance is supposed to be temporary to help you get you back on your feet. I know a lot of people on here are mad about that, but
It ain't gonna stop, lady. It ain't. Give lazy people an inch. Guess what? They're gonna take a mile, 10 miles. They'll find a way not to work. They'll find a way not to be creative. They'll find a way not to be human beings. Being a human being means you're equal. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It means you're like God, your creator. And if God is nothing, he is creative. He is everything. And one of his characteristics is he is creative. So he expects you to be creative. Create your own wealth. Create your own stability. Create your own way. Create it. Be creative. True story. When I was having financial, and every man goes through this at a certain point in his life. When I was going through financial hardship, I never, and I do mean, I'm talking about you 2 months late on your rent type shit. You're behind on your child support. Oh yeah, you're like three 3 months behind on your child support type shit, and 2 months late on your rent. I've been there, I've been there to the point where they done what they do that? They don't frozen your bank accounts and all that shit. Oh yeah, I've been there. Oh yeah, hmm I sure have. I've been there, and I never asked for food stamps. I never asked for government housing ever. Why? Because I'm a human being. I'm a man. I'm God's child. I'm creative. I got myself in this situation. I can get myself out of it. I'm creative. I'm a human being. Do you guys understand why I keep saying you're a human being? Do you know what it means to be a human being? It means to be God like. God can create anything with his mind just like that. So can you. You can create anything with your mind as well. You just got to put some work to it. That's it. That's the difference. God can just do it. God can just speak it into existence. You can't. You can think it, but then you got to do it. That's the level. We're below God like that. But we're the only species that can think a thing and create a thing. I said create. Food stamps is for and should be for people in serious need temporarily. Okay, we'll give you 3 to 6 months, but then you're done. It should be for old people, widows. Okay, I agree. They should be fed. Disabled vets. I agree. Give it to them. But like I said, if you're able-bodied and women and men have abused this shit. They've been on food stamps for decades. Never fall into that trap ever. You're a creative human being. Create. Work hard. Have some pride about yourself. Have some pride about yourself. Now, if you need it temporarily, I get it. Let me tell you a true story. When I was up to it, dog, and I do mean like my back was against the wall. I mean, my back was against the wall. I was living off the change in my car. Got so bad where it got so bad where I had literally no more money. Like I had investments and stuff like that, but as far as liquidity, I had no money, nothing. I had even started selling some investments. I'm living off the change in my car, and I had to decide that I'll never forget that day. It was a cold day. Should I put gas in my car or should I buy something to eat? I had to go to Aldi's. You know Aldi's? That's secondhand food. Pass me down food. I had to make a decision, and I will never forget. I was out, bro. When I say I was out, I didn't. I had it was either gas money or food to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, and I shit you not. I shit you not. Let me tell you what happened after that. Hold on to God. Hold on to God. Out of nowhere, out of nowhere, I get a ping alert on my phone, and somehow, some way, I got $20. That's all I needed. $20. Now, let me tell you what happened 2 weeks after that. Then I got a job that got me paid close to a couple $100,000 a year. 2 weeks later, I shit you not. I'm telling you, this is what happened. No, God strike me down right now if I'm lying. Right now, if I'm lying. I'm not lying. Well, at least I'm not purposely lying. I think it was about 2 weeks later. Mhm. First paycheck, bruh. All right, cool. Now I can pay off my rent. I can do things. I can breathe. Mm. Y'all think God playing? Okay, I'll give you another story. Hold on to God, but at the same time, never be ashamed to work hard. Never be ashamed to go work for somebody else. All you men always talk about, I ain't gonna work for no man. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. I'd rather work for somebody else than be a broke ass motherfucker. No pride, no esteem. Go and work for somebody else. Build yourself. Humble yourself. You're getting paid. The fuck is your problem? You're getting paid. Nothing wrong with getting paid, dog. Nothing wrong. Sure, you don't want to work for somebody else. It's not forever. But you get that job to stabilize yourself. Talk back to me. Give you another story. When my first wife left me, I've been married twice. She took the kids. That broke me, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit broke me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was blue pill like a motherfucker, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna go front, dog. I was. That shit broke me, dog. While she was going to school, I was paying for everything. I was paying for everything. I took a job in Tennessee and she was in Maryland with the kids. I was paying rent there and I was paying sending money home for rent. I think at the time I was making like I wasn't making that much. I was making like 85,000 a year. I wasn't making shit. I literally had nothing left off at the end of the month. I was just sending money home and just being a man. She left me, dog. Took the kids. That broke me, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't break me, but it broke my heart, dog. So I found myself after and then I got then the company was going through some shit, got laid off, but I got severance and shit, so it wasn't my fault or whatever. So yeah, I guess you get 6 months or whatever. The fuck, I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Had no money though. No money. It's the first time I had no money. The second time was that other time I told you about. No money though. I'm so broke, man. I'm renting rooms with some fucking in some house with strangers I don't even fucking know. I'm sleeping on the floor, though. Air mattress. I'm telling you, hold on to God, man. I'm telling you, He sees everything. He sees everything you're going through, man. I ain't bullshitting you. I ain't bullshitting you. I got like, how much I got in my pocket? I got like 800. No, I got like 1,600 left in my account, though. 600 was to go to the rent. So now I'm straight up out of fucking unemployment or whatever, or the severance, whatever they call it, right? And I made my decision. I said, you know, I'm not going back to get a job. I said, I'm not going back to get a job. I got to do something different. Cool. Now I got $1,600 left, dog. No, I got $1,400 left. 600 went to rent. The last 800 is all I have left. If I don't make something happen within 30 days, and I do mean I need money in my pocket within 30 to 50 days, dog, I'm out. So what I do? I started praying to God. God, what would you have me do? What would you have me do? What would you have me do? I think I did that for 7 days straight. What would you have me do? One day I'm laying in my bed on the floor. pitch dark. I'm crying in my heart, man, because my kids left me. My kids done left me, dog. And out of nowhere, I hear a voice, not in my heart, outside, like somebody speaking to you. It said, teach SQL. And that's how I started my business. It was at $800. Sorry, about a thousand. Sorry, it was not. I had 1,000 left. No, I had $800. No. Yeah, I had $800 left. So what did I do? I had to find a place to teach these motherfuckers. So I'm going on fucking what do you call it? Whatever. That thing that starts with C. Looking for a place to rent, whatever. So I found an office, and would you know, the place was what, $800. He needed $800 to break it up a little bit so I can have enough room to put like 10 people in there. You feel me? Tables, chairs, and all that. So I gave him that 800. I had nothing left, dog. I got 30 days to make this shit work. I got no money. I just gave this nigga eight. I just gave this dude $800. Why? Because I heard a voice that said teach SQL. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna teach SQL. You hear something like that, bro? You move, dog. This ain't no thinking about it. Nah, dog. You take fucking action because you know that's a guaranteed win. You ain't losing. Okay. So I went to my mom and dad. My mom gave me $200, and my dad gave me $500. Yep. I used that money. Sorry, the $800 I used for rent, and then this $700 I used to pay this guy to break up the room, clear it up, clean it up, so I can have enough space. So I was subletting. So wow. And I used some money to, buy little chairs from Home Depot, little chairs, secondhand chairs. I just got it. So I staged it so it looked good. Looked good, so presentable, clean. It's all right, cool. We about 2 more weeks, cause so what I was doing in the meantime was I was putting flyers everywhere. Come learn SQL, come learn coding and all that. Putting flyers everywhere, all over the area. Putting everywhere, dog. I'm just putting on a stop sign, whatever. Something happened. Listen, I got no money, dog. I'm hustling, dog. I'm hustling. I gotta bruh. We got 2 weeks. We got to pay that rent. That nigga ain't trying to hear nothing. And somebody called. Somebody actually called. You know how much she paid me? My first student ever in life. You know how much she paid me? How much she paid me? 3,500 on the spot, though. 'Cause and it was her mom that paid. I told her class starts in 2 weeks. She paid. When I got 3,500, man, it felt like 35 million, though. 35 million. Then what happened? More people started calling. More people started calling to the point where when it was the day of class, my class was filled, dog. Filled to the brim. Filled. So I had classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I had classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm trying to tell you how I hustled my way out of this shit. Listen, after 2 months, though, 2 months, I had $20,000 in my pocket, and I do mean in my pocket, no lie. My first year in business, man, I made $300,000 though. No lie. Cash, cash app, PayPal. Bro, that there was even one month where I made like 80,000, close to. I made like $80,000 one month though, just teaching physically. I wasn't even scaling. I didn't know what I was doing. I was making that money. I share that story to tell you that people that are on Section 8 and people that are on the food stamps, the reason why they're on there is because they don't have the requisite education to support themselves. A couple of years prior, had I not taken a course that taught me how to code, taught me how to blah, 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 I would not be in the position to be able to teach this shit. You feel me? God wants to help you, but what you got? What you got? What you got? You got something. I don't know what it is, but you got something. He can use whatever you got. Yep. I don't look back ever since, though. You feel me? If you find yourself on food stamps and you find yourself dependent on Section 8, you might need to start reevaluating yourself, lady. Start to ask yourself serious questions. Why am I like this? Why am I in this situation? Give me another story. I'm in the gym. I just came back from the gym. Met a guy. He's from the Philippines. He's from the Philippines. Humble guy. Cool. I got to name say his name. He's cool as hell, man. I just met him last week. Last week. Young dude, man. It's about my age. Y'all know how much money this motherfucker spends on just advertising alone for his product? He spends $2.7 million on advertising alone a month. When he told me, I was just like, hey, what you say? He said, yeah, he was laughing at me. He said, yeah, $2.7 million a month on advertising. Yep. Hmm. Yep. And you motherfuckers on food stamps and Section 8. And what is he doing? Selling a $35 product on fucking Amazon. That's it. Nigga don't even hold the shit. He just wholesales the shit. He don't even see the product. He just sell the shit. On advertising alone, he makes $2.7 million a month. What does that tell you? Because now he's telling me that he scales. So he makes at least twice in revenue. So he's making about $2.7 million minimum a month profit. And you over there on food stamps in Section 8. You see your life. You see your life. You're a human being endowed with certain gifts, endowed by the favor of God. You want to get out of your financial situation so you're not on, so food stamp is not even in your vocabulary. Be creative. Get the education. Pay the price. God will work with you if you pay the price. He will. But if you're a lazy dumbass, God ain't got no time for that. It's written in the Bible. He ain't, no, 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 no. You're out of his will. You're lazy. You're going to beg. That's the way this world was designed. Am I happy that Trump is clamping down on food stamps where you can just buy rubbish? Absolutely. For years, too many years, our black people have been eating junk, McDonald's, fucking Subway, Fucking Subway is probably the worst, dog. God damn, Subway is the worst. And McDonald's, those two, the fucking worst. Eating all these cookies and shit. That's why black women are obese. 40% of black women are obese. Period. I think I'm bullshitting. Okay, let's see. Give me the percentage of black women that are obese.
According to pmc.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 56.6% of black women are overweight or obese compared with 44.4% Hispanic and 32.8% of white women.
Y'all thought I was bullshitting. Listen, when I talk with facts, dog. I ain't bullshitting. I said 40%. No, it's actually what? 56% are overweight or obese. Look at that shit. Hispanics, 44%. White, 32%. Black people. Why are we like this? Black women are the most overweight, most underpaid, have the biggest mouths, spend the most money, quickest ones to say, I don't need no man, quickest to depend on the government for food stamps. You have to. You don't make money. You don't make no money. And you're overweight. Men aren't going to marry you. Y'all see it? I see it. Look at it. Look at that shit. Mhm. Basically, 57% of black women are either overweight or obese, according to what? The CDC. 57. We can just round it up to 60. Let's go ahead 60. Go ahead, call it 60. 60% are either overweight or obese. And you want, of course, you're going to depend on the government. Why? No man's going to provide for you. Why? Because you're overweight and obese. What's the first thing men look at? Attraction, physical fitness. Of course, you're going to depend on the government. Nobody else is going. You ain't got nobody else. Hustle. You're a human being. Get the education. Pray to God. They all work together. Don't be lazy. Get out there. What Trump is trying to do is to get you to be independent. Independent. All these women that say, I'm independent, I'm an independent woman. Yep, most of y'all on food stamps. And then you claim to be independent. Trump is cracking down on that. So guess what? You're going to have to prove your independence now. All right, guys. So, one of the main causes of divorce is finances, right? And this is why I gave you the story on how I was able to get out of poverty. I never had that poverty mindset ever. I never depended on the government. Never depended on God, and I still depend on God, and I will forever depend on God. Oh, and by the way, this was written in 2019. I'm gonna put 2024. Look at this shit. I see approximately 60%. 60% of black men considered obese based on a body mass. You got to be shitting me. Have the high, look at this shit. In the United States, black women have the highest rates of obesity compared to their other race slash ethnic group. 60% of 60% of black women are considered obese based on body mass index, and black women are about 70% more likely to be obese as compared to non-Hispanic white women. Look at this shit. What is the average rate of black? What's the average of a black woman? Non-Hispanic Asian, 135 pounds. Hispanic, 168 pounds. Non-Hispanic white, 170 pounds. Non-Hispanic black. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. 188 fucking pounds. Basically 190 pounds. That's the average rate. That's the average weight of a black woman today. 190 pounds. Asian, 135. Hispanic, 168. White, 170. Black, 190. Look at this shit. So let me get this straight. Black women are the poorest, they're the fattest, they're the loudest, they're the least married, they're the most dependent on government, and then you wonder why black men aren't checking for y'all. That's the answer right there, ladies. I didn't make it up. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. You're supposed to glorify God in your body. It's written in the Bible. Glorify God in your, in your body, in your body, in your body. Average black woman is 190 pounds. This is why people are going overseas to find a new what? Wife. Because they see this shit. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button, and hit the notification. Right? We talk about divorce matters today. Why? Because divorce actually matters and finances matters. Okay?